Gragas.
Do you think it's Mickey Gragas?
His famous Gragas support, one of his all-time favorite champions to play in the support role.
I'm living in 2017 apparently, yeah.
Well,
okay.
I mean, the iconic times, most fans will remember him for his Mickey. The Mickey we saw like yesterday's Elyoya is looking to draw first blood.
Time gets move speed, but flashing into a stun and in from upset. Launching in his super, and a barrier will come, but it'll do nothing. First blood to Elyoya in game one.
Running towards the bot side of the map with Elyoya, looking for a repeat gank.
I mean, this repeat gank is going to hurt. As I said, Upset has absolutely nothing to jump in. And a satchel charge, Upset about to die again. Super gets the kill this time. Mickey's up for a kill as well, and they give the second one to the Legend AD carry and
MKOI. So often when it comes to these late game team fights, at Fnatic now, sure they will get the dragon, which is a nice little bit for themselves. But that deficit, though, even harder. I think at this stage, try and make a cross-map play, and it looks like that's where Razork is already going to lend his attention.
But I mean, if he goes towards bot, he's not going to find anything off Mirwin, that's for sure. And Mbessa can be safe, and Oscar Rinning can't really do that much damage, so 3 grubs and for a Tristana, guys.
Shit is moving towards the bot side as Fnatic threatening a dive.
Under Mirwin, the wave is up for grabs. He wants to clear it all, but Poby coming in to help the dive. The miss of the ulti from Mirwin and hit into a wall. Poby takes the kill.
It's wasted time from Razork not realizing he's been spotted.
It's a good entry into this game for the Dragon, especially, or rather second Dragon, as Cowman starts ringing the bell in the crowd. It's unfortunate that you dress up for 5 hours as a potential, and Alvaro has one chance to pick the right skin that complements the man that's been here for 2 days straight, and he picks the high noon Alistar. What is the problem? Oh, flash, Razork, instant dive, and a bomber in. Now the super's up there, he buffers. A body slam now used, and a buster shot as well. Upset gets in range, flash away from super. Upset running in to get the kill, helped out by Razork, but it's a trade. Fnatic used everything to kill this Tristana. And now as Mickey runs away, he's trampled, he's stunned. Great body slam, gets him out of dodge. AD carries both in the dirt after the play.
Great response from Elyoya as Poby goes underneath the tower. Maybe he stepped too far. He's forced to flash away.
Jojo matches though, sends a rock out. Man is getting low seismic shove and Poby's down. Jojo's back.
That was huge from Jojo.
Using that pressure to spread between mid, spread between bot. They control the rift, but have they gone too deep by themselves? Alvaro says not. He pops Razork away. Elyoya with the damage. Poby comes in to save the day. Explosive cast in. Poby's ulti was cancelled, but Razork is deep, and Super's firing away with lethal tempo. Shoves are looking good this game.
Arriving at just the right time to allow for Koi to win out on another skirmish. And we said this from the draft. With a composition like this with Talia Pantheon.
Back out now for this Rift Tower, which is just about to spawn, and that's going to be the next focus point. And Oscar Rinning still in
an angle, a great one from Alvaro. Oscar Rinning might think he's tanky, but not against 3. Alvaro will sneak it.
It feels like that Fnatic is already out of options as Jojo is running rampant on the sideline.
We haven't seen Fnatic outside of 1 or 2 games actually be able to pull off this execute dive comp. And to his last performance by far, 40 CS lead, 2K gold lead. MKOI are going to grow that gold lead for themselves as well as they get localized gold.
Over sides, and the Dragons are going their way as well. Fnatic just don't have a way to force MKOI to play their game.
I mean, Koi is playing insanely clean right now. The way that they focused the bot side of the map very early on, the way they've rotated Super and Alvaro around to keep pressure up everywhere. I mean, they've gone all through out of towers.
But he survives.
But it is Fnatic having to cede space as Mickey, he's on the wrong side, and here's the TP from Jojo.
He wanted to flank this, Elyoya even ultis in and dead, and an instant super with Infinity Edge. Fnatic, meanwhile, it's playing around this vision, isn't it? Mirwin walking in, fog of war, Razork sets it up, Poby's going to ulti in, but Mirwin only just at the edge. Is Mirwin dead? The big question, Razork re-engaged in the whole of MKOI lineup. A weird ulti from Mirwin, but ignore that because Alvaro finds 2. Over the wall, Poby runs for his life while Super jumps in, but El Presidente is now down. He ran in without the security guard. Jojo's isolated. Good pop-up from Alvaro again, but now the Oscar Rinning's here. He'll get a shutdown. Elyoya also isolated. Mickey's dealing with Jojo. Elyoya helps finish that one as well. As Upset also dies. It was a close call, but I think MKOI can breathe a sigh of relief.
A very scary moment indeed when Super jumped into the Dragon Pit by himself. I thought... I just want to give a shout out to Jojo and Elyoya. Obviously, so many resources were invested into Super in this early game. Just as I say that, Jojo caster cursed him. Oh, never mind. He's just going to turn that around.
Brings LEC's ult in as well. Pops his own onto Jojo. Tries to take him out, but with the Pantheon there, it's too much.
What Fnatic was doing on the map. But Koi, as you were saying earlier, Dagda, fast pace, and they're looking for another
Weaver's
fight once again.
Stop Poby. He's in the middle of nowhere. Gets helped out by Razork, but he gets sent to the air. Ability to move. Super doesn't even get ulted in the end as well. The early game that Movistar Koi punished them so much more than KC could. They didn't get to scale. They didn't get these 1-2 items on things like the Kaza, on the Galio as well, on that full dive. Alvaro gets tagged out. That soul is up for MKOI next as LEC finds Poby in the target, but Upset flies in, the shield blocks everything, but LEC is isolated. He flushes over the wall, he gets out. Redemption to heal only Mickey up, but Fnatic have a window, have a chance. Jumping into Alvaro, Oscar Renan, he's in the middle of it all. Flush from Razork, sets up Poby's ult from afar, hits no one. Onto Jojo, he's going to be sent into the middle as Upset takes him down. Koi, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? Well, Nealon says it's okay, it's not over yet. Razork jumps in, Super runs out, he flashes out, lethal tempo, double kill, wait, Super! Oh my freaking god! He could have carried there, but now we've only got LEC, we've got Oscar Renan into the midst of it, Razork just trying LEC, soloing them all, misses the spear, Oscar's close to running back in, but Razork running through slide, it's 2 versus 1, but why do I think LEC can win this? Jumping in, win it! That is the
Fnatic through the heart, who will take the Hextech Soul and will push MKOI one step into position where Oscar Renan can keep Mirren off the back line. Fnatic need to make that miracle happen again, but Alvaro going all in.
Oh, and Oscar not as tanky as he thought. Mirren catches him by the tail. The Demon Gorgon.
He's on the red buff. It's going to be very difficult for him to get in as Alvaro acting as gatekeeper.
Unbreakable will flush from Alvaro, gets a good pulverize. Seismic shot doesn't connect. Razork on the back line, but can't find a pathway into the Baron. It ain't no 50-50. It's MKOI's 100% success.
MKOI. There were slight jitters at that last Dragon fight, but this has been clinical. It has been slow, it has been methodical, it has been patient, and it has been crushing for the Fnatic fans, as now the base will crumble alongside them.
It's been an interesting charade, at least for Fnatic in this first game. One moment only, but MKOI, they have been the daddies.
The question is this a famous Sven flank, or is this a flank that could change everything?
Razork
they found Jojo.
Alvaro's by himself, but MKOI taking away the turret. Okay, they jump into Jojo, but he goes golden. He buys time. Poby's entrance does nothing. LEC runs in as well. They find one, and MKOI have Super at full health, full ego, fully standing. He'll clear the right side of the fight while Poby dies on the left. When you thought Fnatic could come back to this game, where were you? It was one moment and one only, as MKOI are in front of a home crowd. It's Madrid, baby! Why the hell would they not beat down the foreign competition?
Fnatic thought their colossal composition was enough, but they stand before a Spanish god, LEC, decimating Fnatic in the early game. Taking the top side.
How could we forget the classic On in the top lane? We haven't seen him for a while here in the LEC, but he's back. A relatively safe option into the Rumble will, of course, struggle early. But the long-range engage, the last time we saw this Nocturne come through from Fnatic, it was very much...
Fear spreads. Oscar Renan with no summoners. Is this where he could be dead? LEC is coming in. He has no knock-up, though. A searing charge out of there. They want to do some damage. Flashing, full committal, overheating, burning down. Mirwan's heat is stronger for first.
And it needs to be on Fnatic now to find some way to take him down.
Again, by the way, dictating early game on a champion that has less dictation in early game. Fate is sealed onto Poby at level 6. Won't be able to do a thing. Jojo hit what he needed. And LEC with the assist, he has gold, but that Rumble in a great spot as we're tunneling in. Call the Forge God at max range.
But being able to move around the map and look for these ultimates, help out the rest of the team, is the only way that you're going to be able to try and drag Fnatic back into this game.
You know what Finn told me the other day? He's like, you know, if a tank can get to like 20 minutes and have 160, 170 CS, I think Duanby said they're having a good time, right? But you're right, it's that little bit lower in the threshold. It is all that attention that Oscar Renan's had it. Let's see how relevant he becomes in the mid-game. As, by the way, MKOI just picked up 2 grubs out of 1. Razork's getting invaded on now that he's level 7. relevance in the level. Just wanted to let you know that he is above Elyoya. So Elyoya's trying to get in the way. He comes over in a shadow. Alvaro on the way as well. Cyclone out. Razork trying to bide his time. He's got help though. But Fnatic a dove on. Great engage from Alvaro. Jojo gets the ult but misses it. Upset sends the feathers out. And as Jojo's there, he still gets through and takes the turret shot from Narnia. Okay. Comes back with Mark Wahlberg. This feels like the second one where Oscar Rinnan has to burst his stepfather as well. And Elyoya making sure he gets everything down in this
before this happens. So this is where, again, Fnatic just kind of using that map pressure.
Turning into a dive. Paranoia, the lights are off. Shockwave only finds one. A fate seal to get out of it. A nice magnet storm, but will it be enough? Jojo, and meanwhile, as Kobe goes down to a turret, will still die. Razork for the chase. Alvaro's up next. There's an exhaust from Razork's like, how do I get out of this? The answer is, you're done. Super comes up for his first kill of the game while Mickey's on the great escape, but Alvaro is on a horse and it's unfair for the bird person. The flash, Mickey responds thusly, forward to the Valkyrie, and Super Duper back on the problem. They've now got a Rift Herald problem as Alvaro continues to zone out, and Jojo, with Wave being neutralized, is going to help get in and make sure that MKOI get this. Fnatic are coming into challenge, but Mickey misses the engage. Herald's already gone. The Paranoia in. The Shockwave is a good nuke, but where's the damage yet? Running forward, it's easy to see. It comes with Upset, all on one target. Now on the next. Alvaro onto his horse. Re-engages. Magnet Storm's huge. The feathers, though, they fly high. Elyoya has no escape. The quickness from Mickey interrupted. MKOI thought they could turn and burn, but Fnatic, they learn.
The re-engage from Alvaro was perfect. The follow-up was not. And Fnatic find their moment to take the gold lead in this game.
I thought that the fight was overforced there from Fnatic. Trying to get something back once the objective had already fallen felt desperate. But they turned it into 4 kills, 2 towers, and now that's
no first item completed for Jojo. You're kind of scrambling for some of these items as well across the board. This is where, for MKOI, if you can buy time for this Yone to get into position in the side lane and he can farm up, you can look to take these fights. But a 1.5k that's about to increase as Poby finishes off this tower gold lead is huge. And when this is the focal point of the composition for Fnatic around this objective.
Absolutely, but it's also one of those things where looking at Adakon on the top side, Oscar.
He's slowed down. Electro Harpoon flash in with a Cyclone as well. Now, meanwhile, there's tension going on top because Adakon will be started, but it's at the cost of Oscar's life. He truly is a weak side demon this game. But as he goes back down into the abyss, Fnatic, this trade worth about 3,000 gold. I think they'll still call worth.
An absolute worthwhile trade, and I think Koi ultimately did do the smart thing, because I think they're on the same wavelength that we are, that Fnatic want to actually try and force a fight here, and they don't feel strong enough.
Wait, all in, what, Upset waiting, he thinks he can get the better storm, he gets it, but in the end, Upset is gonna die. You're playing in the weak middle of the map as Razork runs in as well, get the trade. Fear saves his life, but he flashes away. What?
It's the delayed Adakon. It's the delayed.
What does it all mean?
Or whether or not he wants that slightly more defensive itemization at the threat of a dive. You can already see the damage.
God.
The damage is good.
Yeah. I think it's just the way I see Fnatic winning fights is not...
This is easily taken. How far can they take it further?
Well, it looks like MKOI want to try and counterpunch in the mid-wave, so how far do Fnatic want to go? The wave doesn't exist, so MKOI, they trade tower for tower. So at the end of the day, TP for TP, tower for tower.
I miss base racism.
But Mickey acting as gatekeeper.
Alvaro is there over the wall. He's got an exhaust, not a smite. Meowin finally going to get involved in the fight at 5k. Turns the lights off to burn down the Baron. He turns it for a kill. Smite out. Fnatic turns to engage in the Shockwave. Super's caught. Flushes out. The exhaust won't save his life. Alvaro with a good engage, but their numbers down. Here's Meowin to burn down. Flush away. Upsets alive into the redemption. He's okay. Elyoya Cyclone doesn't do much on the first attempt. Now the chase continues. Meowin looking to get out, but he's knocked up against the wall. No chance. Fnatic putting the nail
as well. Fnatic just outplaying Koi in the fight.
Is Razork caught out or not? Elyoya chose his fighters to come back to the replay, but the fear starts us off. Mickey gets a beautiful knockup. Jojo does nothing. Elyoya doesn't have an ult. Not in a 3-man from the weak side. King sets up MKOI to die. Jojo in the dirt for 45, and Fnatic are on a roll.
Fnatic are finding their fights, they're finding their skirmishes, and they're finding the weaknesses in MKOI's game plan. Finding every everything that they needed in that fight, and now more towers to go alongside it.
Mickey trying to bait out. He gets poked out by Super, but only enables Fnatic to open up the inner turret in bot. LTA is deep through the mid lane, so bottom is free-standing, free gold rather. An inhibitor go with it as well. It's gone from a 2K gold lead to 5, and Fnatic have an equal series in their eyes.
Game 1, I sung the praises of Jojo and LTA and their coordination and execution.
Oh, and engage again, turning off the lights. Where can Mirwin go? He was the lead. Alvaro with a good engage. Low health pass. Mickey will die first, but they can't kill Oscar. He tanked up, but will survive.
Now it feels like you got to start to focus on what is essentially going to become a best of 3 between these two. That fight.
Here we go.
For Alvaro to find that engage, it's now.
Can they bring it? MKOI bring Alvaro at least first. Oscar in him with the zone into a bellows breath. He gets knocked up and damage is good. He flashes away. Baron down, but an engager shockwave. That slips by. And a great call to forward. Got the feathers follow it as well. Fnatic played that to a T. LTA finally comes in, but way too late with a searing charge that sends him skyward. Monkey down. And Mirwin, although he can take one with him, it's a triple to upset. And Fnatic are just on form.
It felt like Jojo was CC'd for Infinity. That Infinity Edge did nothing for him in the fight as Fnatic land another beautiful combo and are looking to equalize the series.
And it was the drive-by from Poby. Razork's going after Super and just knocks 2 members of MKOI down as he goes for it.
It does feel like the clutch factor is winning games today. Much like yesterday, Fnatic are showing up. And we equalize in Madrid.
We couldn't ask for...
I think you just go for the Scion. I think just plunk a tank into that top side, make it nice and simple. You still got decent gauge. Actually going to be the Yorick, okay.
Engage.
Yeah. So very, very limited on the engage, essentially hoping that, look, there's enough people that are short range on MKOI that they'll have to play into.
Siding of that wave was pretty good for Oscarini.
Yeah, I mean, now it's quite awkward for Super, losing out on his flash, but Alvaro...
The roam is really good. A knock up from LTA as well. Razork takes a 1v2 as he now discovers Audacious Charge in, won't matter. Dredgeline and Super yoinks with electricity from afar. Flash, Brock, Winter's bite, unstoppable, not in time. Close to another kill, but Upset doesn't have the damage, and Biscuits are a mini Warmogs.
It started off Sonic, but MKOI get the kill, and crucially, it's on towards Super. Takes a little bit of damage there, and Mirwin escapes the bot lane play.
An early gank that goes so well for Fnatic, a team that has done this swap before, and Razork doesn't respect the swap from Alvaro.
Oh, Super.
The Pandas,
The Pandas! Okay, he's all right.
he's
Oh
able
God,
to just skirt away at the edge of death. The wave. My goodness, no mana on Oscar is really the saving grace.
I feel like the only thing that Super's confident in, the fact that he had red buff from the kill, that he can slowly heal this up and stay in EXP range.
Oh yeah. I see him on the minimap, making his way to top lane.
Resolution on the way as well. Upset moving into position. LTA will be seen on a ward shortly. Gets a scuttle. Oscar's though so deep. And with no mana, how do you get out of there? Super doesn't get the range on the zap, but he won't need it anyway. Knock into the air. And Fnatic, their game plan as Oscar flashes away. He's tumbling down. He heals up. Alvaro has to get out, but LTA still takes down the enemy top laner. Alvaro running for his life. Upset gets one. Now the jump in is good, but LTA timing on the cooldowns comes in clutch.
Jojo Pun having not the best of times. Still though, MKOI training for Dragon here, and we'll be looking towards Void Grubs in 45 seconds, which is going to be the next one for Fnatic.
We talked about the ability to pull triggers, having dragons and being able to force neutral objectives, I think is really important. The little pathmaker from Mirwin. The cats come out once again, sorry, Pandas. Sets. He does not get stunned up, and Razork simply zoning out so the Upset can get more gold. Meanwhile, all out on the bottom side, pathmaker in, Oscar's dead. Mirwin puts one on the tally.
Mirwin gets one back, but it's the bottom lane for MKOI that are struggling to get to the lane.
Winter's Bite comes through, stunned up as Alvaro, good engage though. Razork pops his ulti first. Mega Inferno Bomb does nothing to Mickey and LTA. Thinks, hey, what can I add in? He's got a Cataclysm, doesn't bring it in. Super flashes away, gets over the wall, but now Jojo's in. His mana's a little bit low. I wonder, flag and drag in. Upset now in harm's way and still a concussive blow, or rather a Cataclysm to come through. Jojo lucky to be alive. Razork though finds a re-entry. Mickey with an auto will die under the turret. We're going Chaos Incarnate. Razork has nothing to get out of dodge, and LTA has it all. Dredgeline max range, and Mirwin's here.
Super is in a terrible position now.
Okay, well, let's see if it gets even worse from here. The 2 kills area that shouldn't be 2 kills up. Dredgeline saving the day under turret. The dive going horribly. Mickey dies and Super does not. The save from Alvaro. These hooks are coming out of left field.
Beautiful play from Alvaro to keep his AD carry alive. They're trying to keep the minion wave away from the tower.
Razork ready, but a Dredgeline in the way again. Razork will ulti, another turret shot almost takes him down. Upset's close to dying as well. Razork thinking about sending it, but Alvaro, wait, no minion wave. Dredgeline, Mega Inferno bomb. Alvaro is freaking.
Dragon now spawned. MKOI can fight for pressure on bot, pressure in mid, and look to turn these first items into more
Black and
kills.
drag into a Dredgeline. We start the fight again. Super's over the wall, free firing the 3-0-0. He's a Mega Inferno bomb. Does nothing because Razork is in the ulti. Cataclysm comes out, max range, so Mickey hits the perfect icebreaker. And that's how you get in a good social situation as Mirwin now into a cage, in trouble. The Maiden hitting from afar, so close.
On the Dragon, definitely alleviates some pressure as Elyoya overstays his welcome in that mid.
Pulls out the Warden's Wrath and gets the range while Oscarinen is going deep. It's Mirwin rather who was proxying before, but Razork's on the right side of the map, slowed down when the wind becomes lightning. A flip back is nice. The all-out will surely be coming soon, but the wall too far. Pathmaker though, Razork still in trouble. That's Kasante. He runs in, Mirwin takes one. He shields out, flushed on, flips again. Wait, double Pathmaker. Kasante Mirwin truly is the organic.
He nets the Rift Herald and nets MKOI this mid lane.
We've seen Mirwin have Kasante performances before, but with a 2 versus 1.
And while Kasante is one hell of a champion, let me just live it up to the hype of the player behind it. That 1v2 changed the whole
Position to be the front line that you need. All hands seem to be looking towards Poby to try and get to that late game point. But you're up against the Zeri, you're up against the Ziggs. These are not exactly champions that fall off.
I mean, Mirwin, he's the Elden Lord, he's Thanos, he's every final boss combined. Just doesn't want to cede full control around this topside river, but Super being left exposed means that he will just pick up this mid-tier 2. Razork working with him.
He's going to start zone controlling. He's got to flip back. Oscar in Dredgeline, great again. The flip back there, the path maker into range of the whole team, and Oscar has to flash out. Yeah, Fnatic say we'll just get bot turret. What else can we do? Atakan achieved. And this game feels like it's soon to be coming to a close.
Yeah, they can't even try and contest. They're just hoping that Poby can be some sort of win condition. The scaling can potentially be there, but
oh my god, on the edge of Vision, Oscarinen gets nuked, gets Thunderdomed. Fnatic for the turret, it's not going to be a clean trade at all.
Now, Oscarinen goes down, but it may be more as Mickey has to try and escape, manages to get away, but honestly now, Elyoya, no flash, no ults for the next Dragon. TP, I think, should be up for Oscarinen just beforehand. Maybe a window for Fnatic, but it's a very, very small one. Razork.
Okay, the flank's nice, flashes, doesn't do much to Jojo though, but the culling into the corner gets a shutdown. Now something onto the tanky Kasante, but Mirwin's going to take a while to die. The all-out over the wall, Razork has no ulti to buy time. Mirwin again, a problem, gets the flip on all Pathmakers in. And the raid boss stands tall. Flash again onto Upset. He's just out of range.
They killed the mid laner, and they just can't get through the rest of the lineup. And now it's MKOI picking up more. Fnatic, so I think that's basically where the issue is going to stem from. Now we get Super and Mirwin collapsing onto Oscarinen in the bottom side. Can he get out of here?
Going to back in place, not seen by the ward. Super comes in over the wall, stops it now. A Maiden is not going to make it a fair fight, even if this was Super by himself. The damage is too much. An easy kill picked up.
So much stronger than Fnatic.
Yeah, I think it's things like the Lord Dominic's Regard being completed, but Oscarinen.
Oh, here we go again. Look at the path maker, true damage. Oscar with the Maiden can't do anything, flushes away, but Jojo's here to dunk down and take the rewards. Oscar's
coming through. I mean, MKOI would get a tier 2, but I thought that'd be the signal to all hands on deck. We're going for the juggler.
Spike connects, Culling comes through, Jojo flashes away. Culling also escaped from a minefield placed out, but it's going to be sold, claimed regardless. Flashes don't matter when they're engaged, it's simply a Brom. MKOI, the nails continue piling up.
The back of that, I was about to say, you know, Upset, he's got his IE now. Maybe he can do some work, but...
Face checking, Mickey flashes in, gets the exhaust. Jojo gets out with the snap charge, Mega Inferno Bomb does damage. Oscar here with the main, but Mirwin shows up and they say no. Mickey takes a wild chunk from Elyoya, who gets Cataclysm over the wall, culling at melee range. Elyoya manages to get out of Super, joins in as well. Poby now there with the Chaos Storm, but on top of himself, doesn't do too much. They were fearing the dive, the jumpers. Meanwhile, another target found. Mirwin brings him in to get kissed by the whole MKOI lineup.
That should be everything that KOI need to secure this Baron and close this game out. You could see how close that actually was for Fnatic in terms of the damage that they were outputting, but the secured KOI looking to take match point.
And now from 5 to 8 to 9 almost. Yeah, there it is. Like MKOI finally found the trigger that they needed. We were, quantifying like when is it finally going to happen. Mickey face checking. Oh no! The wall centered his own team. And Super gets a freebie.
It was Fnatic who managed to step up yesterday against KC and find themselves here. But in spring, it was MKOI who destroyed KC and went on to beat G2 in that final. And MKOI are looking to send themselves once more into that fight against G2.
And as your headphones are obviously breaking, your eardrums are now bleeding, as Cowman lifts up the cowbell, it is signaling the death knell. Alvaro is going to get out of the culling, but MKOI are going to move to match point. It's now just dotting the I's, crossing the T's with this Baron in 3 lanes as Jojo resumes top. Flash from Razork misses the engage. Bit of a whiff, but finally onto Elyoya. They're going to get him into GA. That's nice, but look at the damage and response. Mirwin here on the side. The GA, will it be punished? No. Mirwin keeps him in place in the Thunderdome for the time being. Mirwin not stunned up. He gets a shield, gets to an ally. Calstorm does his damage. Stretch line in again. Another good engage. A double for Super off the wing. A third goes down. MKOI the victory march to try and get this series tied up.
Fnatic tried everything to get the early lead, but it was Alvaro's hook, it was Elyoya in position, it was MKOI fighting back, and now they will push forward to match point.
This Madrid win rate is getting extreme. This series win rate is unbelievable, and Movistar KOI are 1 win away from playing a summer final in front of their home crowd.
Into Fnatic's
okay, but be honest, is it not the worst Poppy game you've ever seen? There's no dashes.
It's fine, you don't care, you just rock up to an objective, you spin your hammer above the head and then you just knock someone away.
Yeah, I like it, I like it.
Fnatic win.
But you know what I don't like?
Okay, now I feel like taking
My
that away
first
was
thought
important.
is Elyoya once again looking for an early gank.
Yep, and he's going to find an easy angle as the Oscar in and has done the damage, but to find a kill here is going to be hard. The chomp onto a minion instead. He's dead, tries to deal with the wave. First bite.
And there's no wards, that could be it.
Look towards mid, Poby, good chain as well, gets a combo in after the claws. Low minion health bars. We look towards the engaging bot. Cleanse comes out. There, Razork now shows himself onto Alvaro. He's in death's grasp, but Mickey dies first. Flash away, Upset's gonna die too. Razork couldn't finish the kill, and under turret, close to being a third.
Scaling on this way, the fact that Oscar in the side lane is going to be very difficult for this Sion to deal with.
But decimating smash and ulti in melee range, Merlin.
Ward not really going their way, right? The only one who seems to be working is Poby, who is getting some good work done with Super now.
Trouble waiting again for the poke to come out. The flash from Mickey behind his support. Beautiful flash. Mickey clutched at being the body in the way, and Super came close to averting expectations. The spike comes in meanwhile. The fight continues over at the Grubs, and Razork has done good work. It was actually MKOI to get the Grubs in the end, but Razork's bought time. The ulti out, avoided by Elyoya. Now a fresh target. Mickey with the Zenith Blade. One goes down, it's Alvaro. A trade as Elyoya gets over the wall. He then reignites onto Mickey with his ulti. Dodges the hail of arrows. One Dark and Dagger out. A second, and almost gets the trade. But then Jojo fixes the deal. A double kill over.
He spreads on towards Elyoya and does a lot of work. But because Upset doesn't reset on that top side, he's able to come in onto this play and work with Mickey then to finish off Elyoya alongside Poby. It could have been
Elyoya that's kind of stealing the show given how effective his early game has been. And
spiraling despair. Realm Warp, hang on. Jojo, he's out. He's gone.
A solo kill.
Launch an ulti, and meanwhile Elyoya is getting dragon. So for MKOI, this is a good position Despite them losing out of the solo kill, Oscar nice interrupt. Meanwhile gets the ulti though, and in melee range, Oscar's still in trouble. Decimating Smash dodged away, but here comes the dive. LEC is going to send it in. The Neferi forces a flash, and that might be enough. Mewin's able to tank up and get out alive as well as Poppy. Keep his verdict, sets up something for top lane. Fnatic have a chance. Good spear. Jojo the target again, but Razork was rooted and disrupted. That dive looked bogus. Once again, LEC can't dive in. As you said, Oscar's getting time with the turret, so a plus for Fnatic. But there is a Herald up in this top lane. MKOI have control, thanks to the Scion, thanks to what mid's going to become with Super, getting the wave clear and able to step up with his jungle nearby. I thought it would be started. In fact, it's Razork that starts it instead. LEC is going towards bot.
I mean, I think that the fact that KOI committed so many members, Oscar, I think he's going to die.
He is just going to run in, subjugate into Jojo. Good damage here, running out of mana, but Chop doesn't cost much. Now going to take on LEC, but it's just a little bit too far. A close call. Jojo kill number 4, and Herald going to be taken for Razork in the meantime.
So that brief interaction is a great demonstration of how scary this Trundle can be.
Every inch that they managed to take, but it'll be Rift Herald first, just to plunk down in the mid.
Recharge, okay.
The game is becoming more tense. Oh, that's a TP.
They are committing. They're saying, forget the Drake. Let's go kill Oscar Rinnan again. This is just like the Yorick game. Kill him once, kill him twice, kill him a third time. Hell, let's make it 4. Oscar Rinnan must die.
They're doing everything in their power to limit his impact in the game. As gold continues to be invested into Mirwin, a top tower is going to be secured for MKOI as well. They know they don't need to contest this dragon. It's a small victory for Fnatic. As KOI continues to run the reins on this game, an objective will fall in their favor as Jojo continues to get stronger. 5-1-0 now, the MKOI mid lane.
Jojo's terrifying. He is a big old
and then left.
I think they're a bit worried about the collapse from MKOI, but Alvaro has no hope.
Okay, well, he lost his flash before, so this one's a lot better, gents. Fnatic get a kill finally. After Mickey's
he is just going to shred through those resistances. The ultimate does so much work for the man in the top lane. And Oscar now...
as well, Atakan is going to debuff MKOI. Teleport from Oscar Rinnan. 1-for-1 for the TPs now eventually with this objective, but they're hitting it away. Keeps the verdict. Beautiful. Doesn't hold Atakan. Solar Flare onto Jojo and top. Zenith played as well. The pinch together from Poby. The range fantastic. The MKOI ulti, not too much done. The pillar forces the flash. And meanwhile, Fnatic are healthy. Upset kills Alvaro. Treebeard is down at 3k, 2k. LEC getting sent away. No steal. And the yoink from Fnatic was freaking damn clean. Pillar out again. Decimating Smash Razork. Sneaky, sneaky. He's not going to get caught out.
Jojo is sneaky. Look at the mid lane. Jojo is just pushing through, looking for the tower. So keeping the pressure up. Fnatic needs to back away, and MKOI don't want to let them.
Razork in the end, not acquired. Mickey slow, baiting in. Razork getting hit away against the wall. Steadfast presence. LEC flushes out. Look at the blinking health bars. Super wants to kill, but he has no true shot barrage. Upset loses himself the shield. As you said, Jojo's going to get a turret out of it, but Atakan for Fnatic is still a breath of fresh air.
My goodness, a crazy sides as Fnatic, with great coordination, navigate their way through a complex Atakan fight. KOI is forced to scatter as the Trundle arrives and creates chaos in the midst of the from upset. LTA can't really contribute much to the fight. And Alvaro falls, forcing...
Side laning, left alone for a while with his TP up. That's dangerous as Alvaro, speaking of danger, presents himself next to a wall, waiting for the pillar. He will not escape. Realm Warp in vain.
Going to try and redirect himself to the bot side with the rest of his squad, and Jojo flanks.
Mirwin thinking about an ulti, TP's in at 8k, half the HP, disengaged. Razork misses. Mirwin pops an ulti beautifully. Dennis played in, Mickey flashes over the wall. It's chaos. Jojo playing on it as well. He's spreading to everyone. Fnatic are throwing round Baron. Fnatic are throwing round Baron. It's 3k, it's leash, it's free, and Fnatic just lost their chances at game 5 around a freaking Baron.
MKOI disassemble comes through, but KOI are attacking on multiple fronts. Jojo chipping away at the HP bars. Beautiful use of the ulti from Mirwin.
Better finding all of the players he needed to in the back, getting as much of that AoE damage
He missed as well. 8,500. This Baron Siege is everything, and Fnatic have to find a miracle to recover what was lost. A beautiful fight from Movistar KOI. Once again in their home arena, it just feels like they seem to be inevitable again.
I was worried because they had such a good early game, but things were starting to slip. It felt like Fnatic were finding good fights with the comp that they've drafted. But just like that, they cement themselves, and so much credit needs to be given to this man in the mid lane, Super, right alongside him, dishing out the damage that his team needs.
Caught out though, Solar Flare, it's a pick, and Jojo taking a while to die though. That means Spiraling Sphere doesn't do the damage. It's just what Movistar KOI want. They've snapped on him, Jojo's out, chains miss, and Mirwin is unkillable again. Super goes over the wall, maybe too far, but who's gonna punish him? Fnatic's base is burning again.
Jojo will not die, and it feels like MKOI will not lose in Madrid as they step forward once more into the base of Fnatic.
11,000 gold, Baron minions in, 2 inhibitors about to be falling. Razork has a target on Elyoya, but Fnatic need to pick, not choose. MKOI have 3 top, 1 in bot. All the base keeps rolling. The longer Fnatic are in with indecision, the worse it's gonna get. Upset has a shield that saves his life from the decimating smash, but triple inhibitor, true shot barrage. Toby doesn't get hit, he doesn't do too much, but the wave clear needed desperately. Upset by himself, runs into Mirwin, gives him a free smash into the dirt. Mirwin proved this series who the real boss is. A Solar Flare comes through, and Movistar KOI can work their magic on the turret. The Kings of Madrid will not be usurped. They have a date with G2 in the final once again. Our spring champion had the buff in España. Vámonos as once again. G2 be wary. KOI, they got punished, and they got punished by those legends on stage. Vamos.
Thank you guys. We are here with Elyoya and Super. They're going to the final. So please, Madrid, ruido para vuestros campeones de hoy. Javier, tengo una pregunta. Hace años, cuando estabas jugando con Super en la bruma, ¿tú te imaginabas estar aquí en lo alto de esta montaña con él algún día?
Siempre bromeábamos con ello, pero en el fondo de nuestra cabeza somos queríamos, creo que en el momento no éramos conscientes ninguno de los dos, yo no me lo creía. Obviamente siempre he tenido mis objetivos, pero la verdad que es un sueño poder compartir a día de hoy equipo con quien lo comparto y jugar delante de toda esta gente.
Some years ago when he was competing in the amateur circuit with Super, if they could ever make it to the top of this mountain, and he just told me that they joked about it, but they were never really conscious of this moment really happening, that he was really lucky to share team with his teammates. And you hear them cheer for you right now, Super. These moments, you have earned it. You've always been so eager to prove yourself. Your ambitions have always been immense. What does it mean to you to be crowned with this success tonight and get to play a second final in front of your crowd in your home country in Madrid?
I mean, when we play in front of our fans with our crowd, you know, we can never lose.
Está traducido al español. Dice que delante de su audiencia es imposible, ¿no? que pierdan. Yo te voy a preguntar, Supa, puedes responder en español, yo me encargo de traducir después. Hay mucha gente que ha bromeado con esta cita tuya, pero ¿eres el mejor AD Carry de la LEC?
A ver, creo que estoy trabajando mucho mejor este año, pero mañana se va a decidir.
Bastante humilde. I just ask him because a lot of
people have talked about this quote for him, so I just gladly ask him if he is the best ADC in the LEC. And he told me, just quite humbly, honestly, that he's working on it and he works towards it. Let's see tomorrow.
And it's always been about putting in the work for MKOI, and especially for you, Elioya. When we talked about this in Madrid, about all your success that you had over the years, you always were humble. You always were telling me how hard you've been working all those years. Tomorrow you're going to have the chance not only to play in front of your crowd, but to defend your title against G2 here in Madrid. Today you had the confidence. What is tomorrow going to be about?
Tomorrow for us, we know it's going to be harder than today, but this is what we like at the end, like playing in front of everyone. When they make it hard, when we go to game 5, when the match is really tough. So I think tomorrow is going to be such an intense, as I said, like a battle, but I know we're going to defend the title here in our home crowd.
I think people understood it properly, but Elioya dice que mañana volverá a pasar lo de primavera, que mañana aquí defenderán el título. Supa, venís de recibir la derrota contra G2 en la parte alta del bracket. ¿Qué cambia con respecto a mañana? ¿Va a ser el poder de toda esta grada apoyándoos lo que os dé esa ventaja contra G2?
A ver, sin sonar muy feo,
Puede sonar feo si quieres.
yo llevo diciéndolo mucho tiempo. Solo quiero recrear el mismo final que en Spring, porque nos dio muy buena suerte y hasta ahora mismo seguimos el mismo recorrido. Entonces, nos dejamos ganar contra G2 para mañana estompearles.
And what's going to be different tomorrow, if it's going to be this amazing crowd cheering for them. And he told me that it may sound weird, it may sound bad, that they are just recreating the same pathing that they did in spring. The result was good, so they are doing it. They just let themselves lose against G2 to win against them tomorrow.
Do you guys have a message for G2 tomorrow, both of you? Elioya first, El Capitan.
I mean, G2, you still haven't experienced yet. Last time you played in Madrid didn't go too well. Tomorrow is going to be much more intense. I know the people are going to make this crowd our crowd, and you will see what playing into Movistar KOI in his home it is.
Elioya le recuerda a G2 que la última vez que estuvieron en Madrid no les fue muy bien, que mañana va a ser literalmente lo mismo. So,
Voy a en Spanish. Voy a recordarle a G2 que pueden fichar a Hansama, pueden fichar a Kalista, igual que quieran, pero nunca me van a volver a ganar porque somos el mejor equipo de Europa.
So we're from Supa to you too. You can sign up Hansama, you can sign up Kalista, you can sign up whoever you want, but you're never winning against me because we are the best team in Europe. That's what it is.
Elioya, closing thoughts. Algunas palabras que te gustaría compartir con tus fans aquí en Madrid.
I mean, for sure. I would like to thank every one of you, everyone that is in home watching us, the co-streamers, every streamer that is a part of this community. At the end, I believe the Spanish community is the best community that there is. I think our home crowd is the best crowd that there is. And you guys proved it today. I know you will prove it tomorrow. So thank you so much for making us dream, and we will keep delivering as much as we can.
Gracias a los fans, son la mejor emoción, son la mejor grada, son los mejores fans de Europa, que gracias por estar ahí con ellos, animándoles desde el principio.
Supa, do you want to share some thoughts as well?
Quiero que mañana estemos al 200% porque cuando vosotros estáis no hay ninguna manera de que nos ganen.
He wants them to be the crowd tomorrow at 200% because when they are there, they cannot fail.
They cannot fail, and they will defend their title tomorrow. Supa, Elioya, gracias por la entrevista. Noah, thank you so much for
Thank you,
being on
Lord.
stage with me. And that's all for us here on this side of the stage. Madrid, one more time for MKOI.
What a moments. Exceptional work from Noah and Lore, and of course from Movistar KOI as well. We're here in PGL with Mirwin and with Jojo Pyun. Welcome, you two. You were discussing if the statements had aura, right? So which statement had the most aura?
Yeah.